Good morning to all. Today our topic is steady flow energy equation. Write down steady flow energy equation derivation. Steady flow energy equation. First tell me what is steady flow? What is steady flow? If the velocity of fluid at any particular or any fixed point does not change with time, does not change with time, this flow is known as steady flow. So write down this sentence. A flow in which the velocity of the fluid at a particular fixed point does not change with time, We know that first law or law of conservation of energy. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but it can be transformed from one form to another form. And first law, in a cyclic process, all the heat transfer is equal to work done. In a closed cyclic process, all heat transfer is equal to all work done. And steady flow is that does not depends on time. So condition of steady flow. What are the different condition of steady flow? Write down condition of steady flow. First condition, mass flow rate is same. Mass flow rate is same, means m1 is equal to m2. Second condition, energy of fluid is same. Energy of fluid is same. That is, inlet energy is equal to outlet energy. Inlet is equal to outlet. Total inlet energy, this equal to total outlet energy. Third is rate of Q and W into and out of energy does not change with time. Three basic conditions of steady flow energy equation. First is mass flow rate is same. Second, energy at inlet is equal to energy at outlet, and the net rate of Q and W into and out of energy does not change with time. Write down this. Then steady flow energy equation. Draw this diagram. Steady flow. One one two two. One means inlet. Here at particular point 1 here P1, B1, C1, U1, and at exit P2, V2, C2, U2. Here is flow in and flow out. This one is entrance, flow in, and 2 is exit or outlet at point 2. Here pressure is P1, volume is V1, velocity is C1, internal energy is U1, and at exit P2, V2, C2, U2. So write down A1, A2 is equal to cross section area at 1 and 2. यहाँ का एरिया क्रॉस सेक्शन एरिया at section 1 and section 2. M is mass flow rate. That is kg per second. P1, P2. Pressure, absolute pressure at inlet and outlet at 1 and 2. That is Newton per meter square. Then V1, V2, specific volume at 1 and 2. That is your meter cube per kg. Next is U1, U2. Internal energy at 1, 2. Internal energy at section 1 and section 2. Next is Z1, Z2. Elevation above datum line. एक datum line है आपका. So this is Z1, Z2. Elevation above the datum lines. Then C1, C2. Velocity at section 1 and 2. Velocity at section 1 and 2. That is meter per second. Q is heat transfer. Q is heat transfer. Del Q by dt. Net rate of heat transfer. Net rate of heat transfer. del Q by dm, that is Q, small q. Net rate of heat transfer, net rate of heat transfer with respect to mass, this J per kg. W is net work transfer, net work transfer, del W by dt is net work transfer with respect to time, net rate of work transfer del W by dm, that is small w. Net rate of mass transfer with work transfer with respect to mass, यहाँ पे here with respect to time. So T is time in second. Time in seconds. These are the nomenclature of steady flow energy equation. A1, A2 mass, P1, P2 pressure, V1, V2 specific volume, U1, U2 internal energy at section 1, and section 2, Z1, Z2 elevation from this is the atom line. This is Z1, Z2. C1, C2 velocity at section 1, and section 2. Q is heat transfer. Del Q by dt, net rate of heat transfer, that is J per second. Here del Q by dm, that is Q, J per kg. W is net work transfer. Del W by dt, net rate of work transfer. Del W by dm, that is small w with respect to mass. Here T is time. So first we derive steady flow energy equation on time basis. On time basis. Here condition we know. First condition is mass flow rate is same. Second is total energy at inlet is equal to total energy at outlet. And rate of Q and W in and into and out does not change with time. So total energy at entrance is equal to total energy at exit. Total energy at entrance is equal to total energy at exit. So total energy is mass into, write down, mass into energy carried into the system, energy carried into the system plus m into flow work at inlet, flow work at inlet plus del Q by dt, this equal to, this is your inlet energy and this is equal to outlet energy is mass into energy carried out of the system plus mass into flow work at outlet plus del W by dt. So mass into total energy means kinetic energy plus potential energy plus internal energy. That is kinetic energy KE1, 1 suffix for inlet, 2 suffix for exit. Kinetic KE1 plus P1 plus IE1. That is kinetic energy plus potential energy plus internal energy plus M into flow work P1 V1. P1 V1 is your flow work. P1 V1 plus del Q by dt, this equal to M into K1 plus P1 plus I1 plus 2 for exit. Ke2 plus Pe2 plus I2 plus M into flow work P2 V2 plus del W by dt. Therefore, this equation becomes kinetic energy C1 square by 2 plus Z1G plus U1. So, mass into C1 square by 2 plus Z1G plus U1 plus M into P1 V1 plus del Q by dt, this equal to M into C2 square by 2 plus Z2G plus U2 plus M into P2 V2 plus del W by dt. Here, U1 plus P1 V1 is equal to H1. Enthalpy is the nothing but the addition of internal energy plus flow work. We know that H is equal to U plus PV. Therefore, this equation becomes M into C1 square by 2 plus Z1G plus H1 plus del Q by dt, this equal to M into C2 square by 2 plus Z2G plus H2 plus del W by dt. This is your steady flow energy equation on time basis. So write down, this is energy equation for steady flow process on time basis. Or we can write that M into K1 plus P1 plus H1 plus del Q by dt, this equal to M into Ke2 plus P2 plus H2 plus del W by dt. Here, see this graph like del Q by dt minus del W by dt, del Q by dt minus del W by dt, this equal to, this term is, so m into Ke2 minus Ke1 plus Pe2 minus Pe1 plus H2 minus H1. If the value of kinetic energy and potential energy are very, very less, so we neglect it. So this equation becomes del Q by dt minus del W by dt, this equal to H2 minus H1 into m into del H. M into del H. Del Q minus dt minus del W upon dt, this equal to m into del H. This is your final steady flow energy equation on time basis. Are you getting? Okay, next point is steady flow energy equation on mass basis. Steady flow energy equation on mass basis. So write down a equation C1 square by 2 plus Z1G plus H1 plus del Q by dm. Here del Q by dt था, here we change del Q by dm on mass basis is equal to C2 square by 2 plus Z2G plus H2 plus del W by dm. Del Q by dm is small q and del W by dm is small w. Substitute C1 square by 2 plus Z1G plus H1 plus small q, this equal to C2 square by 2 plus Z2G plus H2 plus small w. Here we neglect kinetic energy and potential energy because its value is very less, very, very less. So neglect Ke and Pe. So H1 plus Q, this equal to H2 plus W. Q minus W is equal to H2 minus H1. Q minus W, this equal to del H. write down Q minus W is equal to steady flow energy equation on time basis, steady flow energy equation on mass basis. So next point is, what are the application of steady flow energy equation? There are different applications. You can apply steady flow energy equation in boiler, turbine, compressor, centrifugal compressor, reciprocating compressor, blower, turbine, hydraulic turbine, etc. etc. So write down next point is application of steady flow energy equation. Application of steady flow energy equation. The general equation of steady flow energy equation is, write down here, C1 square by 2 plus Z1G plus H1 plus Q, this equal to C2 square by 2 plus Z2G plus H2 plus W. Steady flow energy equation on mass basis. So first application is nozzle. First application is nozzle. What is the function of nozzle? Nozzle is a device which increases the velocity of fluid. It increases the velocity of fluid. So draw diagram initially. One, two, C1, C2. That is flow in, flow out. It increases velocity of fluid. Nozzle is used in fountains. It increases velocity of the fluid or water. So general equation is, write down general equation. General equation of steady flow energy equation is C1 square by 2 plus Z1G plus H1 plus Q, this equal to C2 square by 2 plus Z2G plus H2 plus W. This is general equation. So normal operating condition of nozzle, normal operating condition. First operating condition is if nozzle is horizontal. If nozzle is placed horizontal, then Z1 is equal to Z2. Write down. Nozzle is horizontal. Then Z1 is equal to Z2. Second, here in the nozzle, no heat transfer is done. No work transfer is done. So second operating condition is Q is, here no temperature is placed. Therefore no heat transfer. So Q is equal to 0. And third is W is equal to 0. No heat and work transfer in the nozzle. Therefore this equation becomes C1 square by 2 plus Z1G plus Z1G means Z1 is equal to Z2 and H1 is U1 plus P1 V1 and here U2 plus P2 V2. Z1G plus U1 plus P1 V1 plus Q, this equal to C2 square by 2 plus Z2G plus U2 plus P2 V2 plus W. Here Z1 is equal to Z2, that get cancelled. Q and W cancel. U1 U2 cancel. Therefore this equation becomes C1 square by 2 plus P1 V1, this equal to C2 square by 2 plus P2 V2. This is steady flow energy equation of nozzle. You can apply the normal working condition on general equation. So equation becomes C1 square by 2 plus P1 V1, this equal to C2 square by 2 plus P2 V2. First application of steady flow energy equation on nozzle. Clear? Then second application. Steam turbine or gas turbine. Dog here. P1, V1, C1, U1, P2, V2, C2, U2. In gas turbine, a steam turbine expansion is done. The function of gas turbine or steam turbine is expansion of steam. It decreases its temperature and rotation is started. Work is done on the turbine, on the system. Here P1, V1, C1, U1 at inlet, P2, V2, C2, U2 at exit. So write down general equation. General equation is C1 square by 2 plus Z1G plus U1 plus P1 V1 plus Q, this equal to C2 square by 2 plus Z2G plus U2 plus P2V2 plus small w. The normal operating condition. Apply normal operating condition. If the turbine is horizontal, then condition is Z1 is equal to Z2. First condition is Z1 is equal to Z2. Second condition, only one normal operating condition is applied here. So this equation becomes C1 square by 2 plus U1 plus P1 V1, that is H1 plus Q, this equal to C2 square by 2 plus H2 plus W. Write down C1 square by 2 plus H1 plus Q, this equal to C2 square by 2 plus H2 plus W. Here Q is positive because heat is supplied to the system. Heat is supplied to the system. Therefore, Q is positive and W is also positive because work is done on the system. Work is done on the system. Therefore, W is positive. Here Q and W is positive. The next application is water turbine. Draw this figure. And general operating condition is this. General equation is C1 square by 2 plus Z1G plus H1 plus Q, this equal to C2 square by 2 general equation is, write down, or C1 square by 2 plus Z1G plus U1 plus P1 V1 plus Q, this equal to here normal operating condition. Normal operating condition. Here Z2 is 0, water turbine hai. So Z2 is 0, first condition. Second condition, here is no temperature or no temperature difference. Therefore, U1 is equal to U2. U1 is equal to U2. And third, no heat transfer because there in water turbine no heat transfer is done. No temperature change is done. Therefore, Q is equal to 0. So, normal operating condition is Z2 is equal to 0. U1 is equal to U2. Q is equal to 0. So, apply this normal operating condition to the general equation. equation becomes C1 square by 2 plus Z1G plus U1 get cancel, U1 get cancel, Q P1 V1, this equal to C2 square by 2 plus Z2G cancel plus P2 V2 plus W. This is your steady flow energy equation for water turbine on mass basis. Here W is positive. W is positive. Next application is compressor. Centrifugal compressor. Draw this figure. Draw. There is centrifugal compressor. What is the function of compressor? To compress air. Air sucked from atmosphere and compress it means its pressure and temperature of air is increased and deliver it to the required space. So here at inlet pressure P1, V1, C1, U1. At exit pressure of air is P2, V2, C2, U2. General condition, general steady flow equation C1 square by 2 plus Z1G plus U1 plus P1 V1 plus Q, this equal to
here. Last two.
General equation C1 square by 2 plus Z1G plus U1 plus P1 V1 plus Q, this equal to C2 square by 2, write down this equation, plus Z2G plus U2 plus P2 V2 plus small w. Here is normal operating condition. If the compressor placed in horizontal, then we can apply Z1 is equal to Z2. If it, in the given problem, if Z1 and Z2 are given in horizontal, that is Z1 and Z2 is equal, Z1 is equal to Z2. So the equation becomes this. Here is no normal operating condition. Q is negative and W is negative. In reciprocating or in centrifugal compressor, work is negative because work is done by the system, and Q is negative because heat is rejected. Therefore, the most important thing is Q is negative, W is negative in centrifugal compressor. Same in reciprocating compressor. Same equation you can apply in reciprocating compressor. Apply reciprocating compressor. Next application is water pump, centrifugal water pump.